In the last video, we looked at adding and subtracting fractions. In this video, we're going to look at multiplying and dividing. Let's start off with multiplying. Let's take 2 over 7 and multiply this by 1 over 3. So, with this fraction, in the numerator we've got a 2, and in the denominator we've got a 7. With this one, the numerator, or the number in the top of the fraction is 1, the denominator is 3. When we're multiplying fractions, we multiply the numerators, so 2 times by 1, and we multiply the denominators, so 7 times by 3. And we can write now that that's 2 over 21. And that's a fraction in its simplest form, so we can't cancel down. Let's now take another fraction. Let's say this time I've got 2 over 7, and I want to multiply this by, and we will go for 1/2. I could just go ahead and multiply the numerators, that would give me 2. Multiplying the denominators, that would give me 14. I could write this as a simplified fraction, dividing the numerator and the denominator by 2, and that would give me 1 over 7. Alternatively, what I could do is look to cancel. When we're multiplying fractions, we can either cancel vertically or diagonally. So if I take 2 over 7 and multiply it by 1 over 2, I can now see that these 2's are going to cancel. So we can divide both of these by 2, and that will just give us 1. So from here we can see now 1 multiplied by 1 gives me 1, 7 multiplied by 1 gives me 7. When you've got more than a couple of fractions, the numbers are big, or you're dealing with algebraic fractions, cancelling makes things significantly easier. So let's see why that could be the case. Let's say I have 3 over 7 multiplied by 14 over 9. You might be comfortable with 3 times by 14 and 7 multiplied by 9. Alternatively, we could cancel. So if I look now, I can divide the 3 and the 9 by 3. That would give me 1, and that would give me 3. I can divide now the 7 and the 14 by 7. That would give me 2, and that would give me 1. So all I'm left to do here is simply now multiply 1 and 2 in the numerators, which is going to give me 2, and then 1 and 3 in the denominators, which would give me 3. So as we can see, we can cancel off. I've cancelled diagonally. The 3 and the 9 will simplify to 1 over 3. Just think about what this is saying. 3 over 9 as an equivalent fraction is 1 over 3. So if we look at why this is advantageous, let's say we've got now 10, and we'll do 10 over 20. We will multiply this now. Let's go for 21 over 6, and then I'm going to have on here, let's now multiply this by 36 over, and we'll go for 14. So straight off, multiplying now the numerators is going to be a bit of a hassle. I can see though that this would cancel. I've got 10 over 20, which is going to give me 1/2. I could now cancel the 21 and the 14. We can divide both of these by 7. That would leave me 3 in the numerator here, and it would leave me 2 in the denominator here. I've then got the 6 and the 36. We can divide both of these by 6. That would give me 1, and that would give me 6. Again, I can simplify further if I wanted by initially simplifying this fraction. So from here, what we're going to have is the following. So here, if you want, what you could do is rewrite this one again. So you can have 1/2 multiplied by 3 over 1, or just 3, multiplied by 6 over 2, which is going to give us 3. And if you want, you can write those over 1. And we can see that that's going to give us now 9 in the numerator, 1 times 3, and 2 in the denominator. So there we go. Nice and straightforward once you simplify them. And it is advantageous if you've got lots of them, and as stated, if you had algebraic fractions. So that is multiplying fractions. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, then cancel down, or if it's more problematic and you're more comfortable, cancel either diagonally or vertically. We can't cancel horizontally. Okay, let's now look at the division of fractions. Let's say we've got our 2 over 7 and we want to divide this by 1/3. what we do is turn and times. We take the second fraction, we turn it upside down and then multiply. So this is the same as saying 2 over 7 multiplied by 3 over 1. I've just gone ahead now and inverted the fraction, or turned it upside down. We look to see if anything cancels off at this stage rather than before. The answer is no. 2 times by 3 is going to give me 6. 7 times by 1 is going to give me 7. So let's try 3/5 divided now by, and we will go on this one, we will go for 1/10. So this is the same as saying 3/5 multiplied by 10 over 1. We could at this stage cancel if we wanted, so we could cancel the 10 and the 5. That would now give us 2 over 1. And we could write then that this is simply going to be now 3 times by 2, which is 6, over 1 times by 1, which is 1, which gives us 6. So we're turning the second fraction round and multiplying, hence TNT. Let's go for another one. Let's say we've got now, and let's do something slightly more challenging. Let's say we've got now 4/3, so a top heavy fraction, and I'm going to multiply this now, and I'm going to multiply this by, we'll go for 1 over 8, and then we're going to divide this now by, and we'll go for 4 over 5. So if I look at this, let's deal with this one first. I'm going to cancel off, so let's cancel off the 4 and the 8, and that will give me 1 over 2. So now all I'm going to do is multiply the numerators, which is going to be 1, multiply the denominators, which is going to be 6. I'm then going to divide it by 4/5. So writing this now as 4/5. I need to invert the fraction, so we're going to write this as 1 over 6 multiplied by 5 over 4. 1 times by 5 is going to give me 5. 6 times by 4 is going to give me 24. That's now a simplified fraction. Just be careful with this. Make sure that you're not cancelling off at this stage. As you can see, once we've inverted it or turned it round, you're welcome to do that. Let's just do a couple more. Let's say we've got 3/7 divided by, and we will go for, let's say, 1/14. This is the same as saying 3 over 7 multiplied by 14 over 1. We could cancel off the 14 and the 7 would give us 2 and 1. 3 times by 2 is going to give us 6. 1 times by 1 is going to give us 1. So this is going to be 6. So turn and times, turn the second fraction round and multiply.